Let's get the pin comment going. Yo, we are live. Shit, we're back again. Bang. Let's go. Ooh, we're live. We are back at it again, boys. And we got tons to talk about. Goober in the chat right away. Goober in the chat right away. Let's see here. Guys, we made some additions to the stream format as well. We got the viewer count in the upper left-hand corner, and we should have the chat on screen here. So now everybody can tune into everything everybody's saying on Twitch and YouTube. How about that? Guys, we're making upgrades. I'm making upgrades for y'all. Next thing you know, we're going to have notifications. We're going to have stream notifications. We're going to have gifts and rewards that you guys can use on the stream. You know, little things, man. And next thing you know, there's going to be tons of memes flying and shit. How we doing, boys? How we feeling? I'm excited. I am excited. And we got so much to talk about. So much to talk about. First things first, a little upper decky. I'm doing amazing, bro. It's been a great day. And then we're going to stream tonight. We're going to have a nice night making videos. Because we're going to be dropping the new class discussion video on Apothecary real soon. Within the next day or two. New class discussion. Breaking down the Apothecary. And guys, we are also 5 absolute operations away from the Black Cape for the Vanguard. Look at this. I did some grinding off stream. Okay. So Vanguard, we're 5 away. For Tactical, we're 14 away. And those are the 2 closest. You just bought a new game for your birthday, which is the 3rd? Let's go. What game did you buy? And Ollie, welcome to the chat, man. How we doing? Wayward Ranger, welcome to the chat, brother. Hey, look, we got the stream chat on screen now. How about that? Helldivers 2? See, now I can tell you're a horde shooter guy. Helldivers 2 will be fun for you. And happy early birthday, man. On the 3rd, Scissor Season in the chat. Mod Scissors in the chat. Scissors, we got the stream chat on screen now, brother. Look at that. Now you can monitor and make sure that we're all behaving in here. I'm at the brother's at the bar in Philly. He had to tune in for the chat. For the stream. I love that. I love it. I love it. I got my new hat, too. My new USA ghost hat. Look at that. Little USA insignia. Or emblem. Oh, it's on this side. Oh. On the wrong side here. Look at that. USA flag. I got the new flag right here. Look at that new flag. You said a custom CSS for yours? It looks like a mechanics terminal chat. Look at that. But guys, let's jump into a mission here. I've been playing a little bit with TAC. I've been playing with Vanguard just to get the Cape grind. I need to play some more with Bulwark. But I really kind of want to play Siege mode with Tech Marine. Because I need to get levels up in Siege mode. But I think we're going to run Vanguard first. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Let's do a little change tonight. Let's go full Space Wolves kill team here. Full Space Wolves. Haven't played Space Wolves in a minute. I think that'll be fun. Let me also switch this. I think a Space Wolves kill team is going to be a lot of fun tonight. That works. I'm going to change this to block. And we're going to change Tech Marine too. To our Iron Priest. Bang. Okay. Let's jump in a match. Cape grind is going good so far? Hell yeah, brother. Let's do a little disruption, honestly. Been loving disruption recently. Let's just jump right in. Fuck it. Guys, I'm not even gonna lie, and I know this is early. This is so early. I think the PTS is gonna drop tomorrow. I genuinely think the PTS is going to drop tomorrow morning. At like 5 a.m. Goober, you've been struggling on your hard missions lately? We might have to get you in here, man, if you're down to play tonight. Is your Tech Marine Space Wolf is not entirely red? No. So, Ollie, Space Wolf Tech Marines, which are referred to as Iron Priests, do not wear the typical full red armor of Mars. Because Space Wolves love to be like non-codex compliant, not follow the rules. They wear normal Space Wolf colors.
A company of Cadian infantry mobilized against the thousands.
And yeah,
repel the Tyranids, then disrupt the Thousand Suns' plans at the cathedral.
Space Wolf Iron Priest.
Seek out Major Kivar of the 22nd Company on the battlefield. Repel the Xenos. Eradicate the traitor forces.
We shall hold the line, Captain.
Assuming our position, we cannot hold the cathedral. Address these warriors of the Adeptus Astartes. Identify yourself. Praise the Emperor. The Xenos were so fast. They tore right through us. Kill us.
Hey, man, the Thousand Suns stand no chance against the Space Wolves.
Major Kiefer is gone. Transferred command to me. I am Commander Hotel 22nd Company. It is my duty to secure the Cathedral Gate Station as our fallback point.
We will reinforce your position shortly.
I'm playing as like a true Reaver right now. Marksman carbine with the fucking combat knife. Love it. Oh, we got a little attack. You can't get a headshot on those guys real good. Top 3 Space Marine chapters. I would say, honestly, Space Wolves #1, and then I'm kind of in a tie between the Ultramarines and the Death Watch for #2. But I told you guys I got a new book that I'm reading, right? The Ultramarines Omnibus. So it's low-key sparking my interest in the Ultramarines even more. Vanity Slasher, what's going on, brother? Wavy, I didn't even see you join the chat, bro. What's up? Oh, shit. I read your comment, but I didn't even realize it was Wavy. Wavy, how we doing, man? Oh my god, look at those spore mines. Ridiculous. I'm tired of these spore mines. What the hell is behind me? Okay, a Tyrannocyte almost just landed on my head. Love that. You've been getting into Black Templars? Have you been, like, reading books about them and stuff?
Walkway clear. We are the exterminators become. The Acadian rally point is ahead. Fight through.
Guys, I'm telling you, though, I genuinely believe the PTS is going to drop tomorrow morning. I have a very high suspicion. Is the heroic heavy bolter worth the grind? Yes, absolutely. I would say it's one of the best weapons for heavy right now. Especially because it's a fencing parry window. And the startup time for the actual... Oh, shit. Oh my god. Look at the spawn ones. The startup time for the actual fire rate is it's immediate, automatic. Definitely worth it, 100%. It's actually one of my favorites right now for the heavy. Wait, what? This guy's getting fucking... I'm about to get hit with the wave. Oh, saw that coming. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. That's wild. in the corridor. Yeah, I would definitely get both the heroics for heavy, being the heavy bolter and the plasma. They're both really enjoyable to play with. Go to the sniper first. Can you get the sniper? Oh, okay. He's not even gonna get the sniper. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Just no, not picking me up. Okay. Love that from that guy. Yep, love it.
Replacing holy ordnance, I walk in the footsteps of the first champion.
All right, we're just gonna back out. He definitely had the chance to pick me up there, right there. You've been mainly using sniper and heavy for a while now. Nice. I actually really enjoy playing sniper right now with a like a melee build or a close range melee build. Argent Edge is actually just so much fun to use, like genuinely. You have a project of writing a book of one of the champions of your homebrew chapter in all his story and everything in French. Wow, that's ambitious. Yeah, definitely get the heroic bolt sniper rifle as well. Oh no, I don't want to join that. No. Oh God. Okay, here we go. Alright, we're just gonna play a different mission now. Can I join in progress? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, but guys, based on the timeline for, oh my gosh. Based on the timeline for when I expect them to release patch 14 fully, I think the PTS is going to drop tomorrow morning. Because, think about this. 2nd of July, if they do a 10-day PTS, that puts it at the 12th of July. 7 to 10 days, so either the 9th or the 12th. And then from there, they get all the feedback, and they take 2 weeks to develop the patch and implement the feedback. And then they release the patch on the last Thursday of July, which is, what would that be? The last Thursday of July, which is the 30th of July. Yep. So 2nd of July drop, 7 days to the 9th, 2 weeks, because they don't work on the weekends, 2 weeks to develop the patch. Or they could actually push it to like the 14th maybe. 9th. Yeah. 2nd to the 9th, 2 weeks, release the patch on the 30th. Unless they want to do it on like the 23rd, which would be wild. if they release the PTS on the 9th, they're really going to be pressed for time. Do you think that the capes will come out for Bulwark? So I was reading the Discord chat for Space Marine 2, and one of the community managers said that if it wasn't mentioned on the community update, that it was pushed to a further patch. Now, I'll be really sad and kind of upset if they don't have the second War Gear update done for patch 14. Because something that I've been thinking about recently is, like, why do they keep... I get they want to keep bringing new creative, like, game modes and things to, like, the game. But they continue to, like, miss the mark with the timing on the stuff they've already announced that they were going to bring to the game. For instance, in the community update, they announced that they're going to do the Chaos Siege mode spin-off. And I'm just like, okay, you want to do a spin-off for Chaos Siege, but, like, you're not releasing your War Gear update on time. You're not releasing the Terminus level enemy on time for the patches that you said you were going to do. Like, they're starting to, like, do stuff that, like, people are asking for and sometimes aren't asking for. And they're legit missing, like, their timelines. They're missing their deadlines.
Your mission is to use the stored promethium in the refinery
on stuff they said they were already going to do. And that kind of annoys me. Because it's like, why say you're going to bring a second War Gear update if you're not going to get it done by the deadline? Like, genuinely.
You must then infiltrate the refinery and complete demolitions deployment. Trigger detonation only when the main swarm has entered the plaza zone. Captain Akaram will coordinate our efforts over Vox. I have been dying to carve up some Xenos.
And I really hope they come out with capes for Bulwark. Because that's what they made it sound like when they first announced they were going to do, like, the capes. I thought for sure they were already going to have, like, the one for Bulwark, like, figured out in the first War Gear update. Yeah, because Sword Brethren for Black Templars. I think... I genuinely want to make, like, a Sword Brethren for Black Templars with a proper, like, front and back tabard and a cape.
Magazine out! Magazine in!
That's my biggest gripe.
Stimulus administered. Swapping out magazine!
Yeah, because when they did the first, when they did the first, like, voice pack and head DLC, like, genuinely nobody asked for it to, like, be in that patch. Like, I know there were some people who were asking for it to come to the game, but nobody asked for it to come in the patch that they, like, released it on, you know? So I'm like, all right, now you guys are... Oh my god, there's so many warriors right here. Like, now you're implementing stuff that low-key, like, could have been put off for a little bit. Oh my god, there were so many warriors right there. Smith Gaming, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the chat, man. It's, like, pretty fucking annoying when they say they're gonna release something in a certain patch and they don't do it. Like, figure it out. D-Pain, welcome to the chat, bro. Just started playing last week and got Bulwark 2 Prestige 2. You love the Grey Knight tutorial? Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. And obviously, like, a lot of the builds that we make have to use certain pieces that maybe would be different on the tabletop model, but it's the best build possible, you know, given what we got, so. And as the patches come out, I'm going to update all the builds. Like, I did an updated Veteran Sergeant Matoris, like, and now it's actually like a proper Veteran Sergeant Matoris with his Iron Halo and everything. Yeah, I really hope they are able to change the colors for capes and stuff if possible, but, you know, they've already had limitations with, like, changing colors for, like, even the sniper capes. So I feel like it might be a little bit of a reach to try and get new colors for the capes, but I would love to see that, genuinely. But they are starting to move in the right direction with, like, the customization. Like the most upvoted idea on the Focus Entertainment forums was the modular customization. That was like some guy posted an idea 2 years ago when the game first released, like, about how customization should be modular and, like, we should be allowed to put all sorts of different accessories on different armor pieces. And unfortunately, they can't do that because the way they made Space Marine 2 from the beginning was all the armor pieces are like their own individual pieces, right?
Demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
So it kind of ruined, like, the ability to do modular customization. But they are starting to move in the right direction with this War Gear update. Oh shit. So hopefully we see more of that moving forward. There's that fucking Biobor.
We have located the codes, Command. Proceed to the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition preparations. For the All-Father!
Did we already check for a relic back here? I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Oh, plus, guys, with the PTS, so the community manager said they wouldn't be back until the 15th of July, right? I think they already finished the patch notes for the PTS, like, before they left. And that's a big reason, because I don't think they would... I feel like releasing the PTS after the 15th of July is, like, already too late, like... Like, it's not the first half of the month, which they said the PTS was coming in the first half of the month. Is the left shoulder pads because normally it is the shoulder pad of the Death Watch? In what regard, Ollie? For the... I've lately been playing as Blood Angels, and I'm stuck trying to get my sergeant to look good.
Entering the refinery, command.
Oh shit.
Swapping out magazine. Brain warping high. Steal your minds.
Execute, 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 execute. Oh, take him. Well, I don't know what that guy's doing.
Kills that damn so-and-so.
On the left? Oh, yeah, yeah. For Death Watch, the shoulder pad is supposed to go on the left normally.
No turning back now.
Like, yeah, if you look at any tabletop models and art from Games Workshop for Death Watch, it's always on the left when they're in the Death Watch, and then like if they return to their chapter from Death Watch service, there's like a bunch of different things you could do to sort of signify that.
If you know what is good for you. Magazine out! Magazine in! Fill your tanks, brother.
Charge has been up.
Rates of activation have been observed. The generators hum in the machine god's name. Crane sequencing initialized. Delivering payload.
Good Melta.
Intercept the swarm nearing generator 4.
Vacate generator 4's cowling. Climbing is not permitted while in operation.
Oh, okay. You're saying because my Space Wolf is a... is a Battle Brother who returned from the Death Watch. Yeah, so I'm probably going to make a video on this as well. So there's a bunch of different ways you can represent a Battle Brother who returned from the Death Watch. But one of them is using the left shoulder and the left gauntlet. Another one would be if you just wanted to like use the left shoulder and not the left gauntlet for the Death Watch. And then you could also use even like the leg piece, because there isn't really too much information actually in the lore regarding what is lore accurate of a Battle Brother returning from the Death Watch. But there are some pictures of certain characters who return from the Death Watch and still have Death Watch pieces on them. Like, for instance, Titus. Like, Titus served in the Death Watch, but when he returned to his chapter, he only kept the gauntlet with the chain of the Inquisition insignia.
Sending frag grenade.
In my opinion, though, the coolest look is having the gauntlet and the pauldron on your normal armor, and that's represented like with Kazarian from the Warhammer Plus Angels of Death series. Yeah, it means he's been in the Death Watch, but he went back to his original chapter.
There is an observation platform within the Cryptomethium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
Because there's also some pictures in like another game under Games Workshop's IP, like the Space Hulk Deathwing game. If you play Space Hulk Deathwing, you can actually make a Terminator of the Dark Angels who returned from the Death Watch, and he has a Death Watch Power Fist and the Death Watch Pauldron. It's a very cool look. I'll show the picture after. Yes, so when he returns, it is an honor to serve in the Death Watch, but some Death Watch kill team members serve in the Death Watch as what are called black shields. So black shields, typically with a black shield, the reason they're a black shield and they strike off all resemblance of their original chapter is because maybe they are serving like a penance, like Titus. Like at the beginning of the campaign in this game, Titus is serving in the Death Watch as a black shield, so he has no original Ultramarines chapter markings on his armor because he was serving a penance and he felt he had dishonored the Ultramarines by being accused of heresy in Space Marine 1. Yeah, so if someone is maybe a black shield and they return to their original chapter, which is very untypical. Like typically if they're a black shield, they usually will never go back to their original chapter. They likely will wear less items showing their Death Watch service because they feel great shame.
Tactical advantage. We have the high ground.
There's a bunch of enemies down there. No, so the Space Wolf I was playing would not be a black shield. He would have gone to the Death Watch and been very honored to go to the Death Watch. Because I'm still wearing like the Death Watch specific items. Oh shit, I did not mean to grapple in there. That was not what I wanted to do at all. Yeah, because typically a Black Shield feels great shame in the fact that they have to strike off all their chapter markings. And like I said, if a Black Shield ever returned to their chapter, it would be very unlikely. Like, Titus is a very unique case. It looks like you need to read more about Space Marine and ranks before doing your book. It's always a learning experience, brother. I feel like I'm constantly reading, like there's 2 pages that I use for, like, my lore knowledge. One is Warhammer Wiki, Warhammer Wikipedia. And the other is Lexiconum. Both of those resources are very, very good. Lexiconum is a little bit more in-depth and has a lot more references. Like, it actually has, like, the books and the page numbers that, like, the information is pulled from. Warhammer Wiki also has that, but I think Lexiconum just has a little bit more. Both are very good, though. Okay, we're really confused about what Prometheum we want to use right here.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the protected path. Continue holding. Swapping out magazine.
We must defend another front.
Check over there. Fuel controls reset.
For your book, How Can You Become a Champion? So, I mean, there's probably a couple different ways that someone can become a champion of their chapter, right? Like, completing great feats of battle, like if they are in a really crazy battle and they have really heroic feats is the most likely.
I will block the Xenos advance. Cover me. Refill this fluid. Light it with The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Oh, I can't get the scrapple. There. Oh, okay.
Brothers.
There we go.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards. I am going to enjoy watching these tyrannies rot. The swarm will not be needed. Tyranid biosites down 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract. Extraction complete. Returning to orbit.
Yeah, let me actually look. I wonder how long they've done previous PTS drops. Like, if I look at the last PTS they dropped, which was patch 12? Yeah, patch 12. Patch 12 PTS and the January community update. So the last PTS they ran was patch 12, and it was from January 29th to February 6th. Take a look at that. That's like a week, right? January 29th. It was on a Thursday, so January 29th was a Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Almost 10 days. Yeah. Interesting. So if they dropped it tomorrow... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It would be from the 2nd to the 10th. That would give them, unless they work on weekends, which I don't think they do, 2 weeks. So 10th. They wouldn't work the 11th, the 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's exactly 14 days. If they ended the PTS on the 10th, not including Saturdays and Sundays, the patch 14 would release on Thursday, July 30th. That's what I'm going with, chat. Also, on some of your videos, they are some of your Dark Angels black. So it depends, Ollie. Like, my video on my Deathwatch Dark Angel Bulwark, he wears black armor because he is in the Deathwatch. He's currently actively serving in the Deathwatch. Anyone who's actively serving in the Deathwatch wears completely black armor. Now, I just released a short that was a lore-accurate Inner Circle companion. So the Inner Circle companions, which I got a lot of questions on this short because Inner Circle companions are technically not part of the first company or the second company of the Dark Angels. The Inner Circle companions are essentially the honor guard for basically like Lionel Johnson exclusively. Like, it's really like Lionel Johnson and probably like Azrael and Belial, who's the chapter master, Azrael the chapter master, and Belial the first company captain of the Deathwing, which is their first company. He's also like a high-ranking Inner Circle member. The Inner Circle companions are essentially the honor guard of those Inner Circle, like HQ, high-ranking officials. And now the Inner Circle companions, because I was looking at this and I was like, I was trying to make the build for Inner Circle companions, and I was looking on the Warhammer.com website, and their armor is green, but it's such a dark green that it almost looks black, because it's most similar to Lionel Johnson's armor, and Lionel Johnson wears a very dark green, almost black armor after he had woken up on the Rock, which is like their floating fortress monastery. So it's basically like their armor color is basically a combination of the current Dark Angels green and the black armor they used to wear during like the Horus Heresy and Great Crusade. Very interesting lore around the Inner Circle companions, because there isn't really that much. I still like my Power Axe build the most for my Vanguard, by far. But let's go tack. Heavy bolt rifle. Actually, stalker bolt rifle. Yeah, right here. And we'll do disruption. We'll try and do disruption again. I like disruption a lot.
Repel the Tyranids, then disrupt the Thousand Sons' plans at the Cathedral. Seek out Major Kivar of the 22nd Company on the battlefield. Repel the Xenos. Add a few to the traitor forces. Swarm is consuming our position. We cannot hold the Cathedral. Commander, this is Smart Meridian of the Ultramarines chapter. Identify yourself. Praise the Emperor. The Xenos from us so fast.
You said sadly Inferno is the map for Hard Weekly. Yeah, so the Hard Weekly this week is on Inferno. It's
Major Kivo is gone.
it's pretty good. I would say it can be a difficult one though with the exploding enemies.
Secure the cathedral gate station as our fallback point.
Endure, Katie. Your deliverance is
Strange question, but if you had a homebrew chapter, what would be the color and why? Interesting question. For a homebrew chapter? I feel like I would do like a quartered pattern. Like I would do something like a little bit different. Like maybe 2 colors. Like white and red maybe, something like that.
thousand suns. Wretched curse.
We stand united in hatred against mankind's enemies.
Reloading. There will be no reinforcements for me. Arming up.
You don't really like Inferno all that much, but anything to get your heroic heavy bolter. I love Inferno, bro. Inferno, I think, is like a goated mission.
Stay dead, furthermore. Replenished and ready. Execute that one witch. Magazine out. Magazine in. Ripped that sorcerer's black tongue out. Eradicate the Terminator brothers. Finish that bastard, or we will have war to deal.
Oh shit.
Reloading. Shoot me again, and I will take your arm.
Personally, your chapter is black with the shoulder pads white, jump pack white, and the helmet white, but the veteran have it black because their culture and they have these parts white. Nice, bro. I like that.
Tyranids dispatched and dismantled. We can bolster their defenses. equipment. Here.
You appear to be reining in your advance.
I do not wish to range too far ahead of you.
Your pace is adequate.
Then I will trust you will tell me otherwise.
Affirmative.
Thought it had the drop on us.
Not like the odds.
Ultramarines, this is Commander Otel. We're surrounded and outmanned. We're urgent need for assistance.
Squad Meridian is here to borrow your forces.
That is my evil gates must be shut if we're to hold on to this sector. Defend the generator units until we have enough power to close the gates. They cannot be allowed to fail.
The generators will be protected by any means necessary.
Tyranids are swarming the generators near the gates. Halfway there, my lords. Sector Epsilon is being overrun.
I really love this scene.
Hardliners are attacking the generators. Man down! The generators are being attacked from the air. Kill zone! Almost there, my lords. Just a few more minutes needed.
The weekly's too difficult when getting jumped by Majoris. Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of Majoris in that one. Because they blow up very easily. When am I going to do Siege? I was thinking about doing it after this mission, honestly.
prowess of the Ultramarines. Never expected to see it with my own eyes.
Major Kivar has found a worthy successor in you, Commander Hotel.
Viridian, I have deployed a Redemptor dreadnought in your vicinity. Let the infantry defend the stronghold.
You really like the siege mode, Wavy?
And drive the Thousand Suns out of the Ecclesiarchy Cathedral. This is the best chance we can give the Cadians to control this sector.
Siege mode can definitely be fun. I feel like they have so much room to like expand on siege mode and like really make it good. But like I said, I feel like they just keep diverting to creating things that like maybe they should redirect their time back into things and like make them better individually. Like I really think they should make siege mode way better before they even consider implementing a Chaos Siege spinoff.
Readings indicate that the Helldrake is leaving the battlefield.
The heretics beseech their dark gods for favor in the coming battle.
The warp rift. It has started to open.
Maltus, Squad Viridian requests your current location.
I am here. Some chasm stands between us. My orders indicate an allied presence. Well met, brothers. Brother Vultus, Squad Viridian is honored to share that battlefield with you. Waste no time, brothers. More killing awaits us.
Your chapter also has a strange culture. For example, they have something called
Objective. Rendezvous at next juncture.
Trusty Time? Trust Time? They drink the blood of their enemy for fun. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, wow. I just missed that so bad. Just push him into the fucking Auspex real quick. Thirsty time. Thirsty time. Thirsty time. Nice, bro. They're not vampires, by the way. Sounds like a Blood Angel successor. Like the Blood Drinkers or something. I really do like the missions where they have both factions fighting each other. It makes it a little more fun because they fight each other too. You've been watching some tabletop gameplay lately of 11th edition? How do you feel about 11th edition, Goober? Do you feel like it's working well? Like people are enjoying 11th edition?
We are committed to this cause.
Cannot withstand my might. We are getting closer. Find a way to join the dreadnought.
this cultist. You think other people like it more than you? There's so much going on right now.
Another chasm blocks our way. Behold, our chapter's ancestral might.
This is our killing ground, brothers. Keep up. Fight to the last.
It's crazy to think that the weapons used by the Space Marines can instantly kill a regular person. Yeah, it is pretty crazy, honestly.
Do not get turned
Like, I feel like,
All specs ready.
but I feel like the scale of this game sort of misrepresents Space Marines versus these enemies a little bit. Like, realistically, like against Tyranid warriors and stuff, Space Marines would be a little bit less, less strong.
Cleanse the battlefield of all enemies. Incapacitating damage. Protect the Redemptor until our brother recovers. I can continue. Replenished and ready. Heretical treachery cannot withstand. Fight.
It's not crazy, it is anti-heresy. Like, true, like, veterans and champions and named characters within, like, the Warhammer 40k series would be, like, you know, in a three-person group, especially, would probably be a lot stronger than you think. But, like, normal Primaris Space Marines in the lore would probably get worked by, like, a normal Tyranid warrior. Are those missiles coming for me? Oh, bro.
Horseback's prime. Cast his ashes.
Oh yeah, this guy's getting worked. That Auspex was money.
Stings. Take some. Let nothing stand in my way.
The path to the
Oh, shit.
Warbrift is open.
Akashi, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man.
I smite you back to the abyss.
You were reading more about Black Templars and you learned that Sword Brothers don't have to look exactly like other Sword Brothers.
This is Archdeacon Zonir. I am hidden inside the cathedral. Heretics stormed the sanctum and slaughtered.
Had to watch the Titus episode on Prime. I love the secret level series they did. I really want more, but I cannot wait for the Astartes 2 series to come out on Warhammer Plus. We're all waiting very patiently for Astartes 2 to come out, man. Because they announced it at the beginning of last year, I believe it was, that it would be coming in 2026, but they didn't announce anything after that. Haven't seen a single message regarding it. Oh my god, these fucking Zangors.
Pathetic mutant.
Oh my god, there's so many Rubric Marines right here. Why?
Fly to your worthless god. It is imperative that we place the charges. Are the explosives in place? Fire the explosive charges at once. I carry across an explosive charge.
Yeah, there was a bug a while ago when this mission first released where Voltus would get like stuck and then he would fly forward like at Mach 10.
All explosives in position.
I'm getting chased down by these fucking Zangors.
This desecrated sanctorium down. Bury these heretics so they never see starlight again.
Trigger the charges and advance to the egress point before the cathedral falls. Twist. Follow me, my weapon, and you survive.
He was hungry for war, that's why. Yeah, absolutely.
Grateful for your offer, ancient one. But my place is here. I will speak prayers of consecration over the cathedral's final moments.
The Archdeacon has chosen her fate.
Heretics are everywhere.
He needed to get revenge for what happened before he was put in a dreadnought. Yeah. I love his voice lines too, like in the campaign, where when we first encounter Voltus, he's like, traitorous heretic thousand sons. Is Magnus here too? Like what do you mean is Magnus there, bro? Have you seen Magnus before? Have you fought Magnus the Red before? Like, that's legendary as fuck. This guy's been entombed in a dreadnought for 5,000 years or some shit. What is Warhammer Plus? Warhammer Plus is like the TV series on Warhammer.com. So it's like their subscription series or subscription service. They have personal beef, yeah. I'd have personal beef too with Magnus the Red. Especially since I'm a Space Wolves fan. Astartes 1 through 5 is peak. Hell yeah. And what's nice about Astartes 2 is what they explained is basically the setting for Astartes 2, like the trailer that they showed with all the successor chapters. Those are essentially the successor chapter Marines that are going to be seconded to the Death Watch. So the Death Watch is actually the setting for Astartes 2, which I absolutely love because I'm a big Death Watch fan. So I cannot wait for Astartes 2, and hopefully it comes out very, very soon. It's, you know, we're 50% through 2026 already, so I'm only wondering when that next trailer or preview or teaser is going to drop. Yeah, that's going to be the setting for Astartes 2. That's why they showed the Death Watch Terminator at the end of that trailer. Okay, does anyone want to play Siege mode? Because I'm low-key trying to get 25 waves. On hard Siege. You'll sit this one out. If I were to join, I would probably die a lot. Fuck, boys. Yeah, if we're going to do 25 waves of hard Siege, we need a fucking good-ass team comp. Goober, you got some food to conquer? Is anyone here going to have access to the PTS? Are any of you guys, do any of you guys play on PC? You got some buffalo wings with ranch? Oh, fuck, brother. Okay, wait a second. Question for the chat. Are you guys ranch guys or blue cheese guys? Meister Inc., welcome in, brother. We're discussing if you eat your buffalo wings with ranch or blue cheese. Ranch. Automatic ranch. Hey? Ranch. I need the mods to do like a poll. What the fuck is blue cheese? Oh, man. Ollie, you're French, right? Are you from French Canada or are you from, like, Paris, France? You like living on the edge, you use both. Oh, shit. Ranch all the way, next question. Moldy cheese. I'll be honest, guys. I can go at my wings anyway. French Quebec? Poutine. Oh, bro. Poutine is so fire. All cheese is moldy. I can go up my wings anyway, brothers. I can eat them. I can eat them with the dry rub. You know. Wet sauce. Wait. Oh, God. I can eat them dipped in sauce. I can eat them with ranch. I can eat them with blue cheese. Can't do dry rub. Wait, oh my gosh. Are you guys drumstick guys? Or are you flats guys? Flats or drums? Both. Or are you boneless guys? I need the mods to do a poll. You personally like pounding chômeur? What is chômeur? Dabble in both words. Never say no to wings, baked, grilled, fried. Just keep them coming. Hell yeah, brother. Boneless is not for a real man. Agreed. They're all equally good. So then what's your go-to, like, wing choice? Is it buffalo? Is it fucking, like, garlic parmesan? Is it, like, teriyaki wings? Is it, like, what's your favorite, like, go-to flavor of wings? Let's hear it. Honey barbecue. W fucking comment. Honey barbecue. Yeah, yep. Fuck. Buffalo wings all the way. Now, Goober, do you get them, like, extra spicy? Do you get them mild, medium, hot, extra spicy? Like, what do you get? See, these are the real questions. Like, fuck all the theory crafting. Like, how do you like your fucking wings? Like, let's get to the real nitty-gritty here. Extra spicy. Oof. You live life on the edge, brother. Extra spicy would have my fucking butthole in a toozy. A toozy. 50-50 buffalo in either and pepper, or 20-20-20 and add garlic parm. Bro, you're speaking my lemon pepper. Ooh. Ooh, boys. Hear me out. Honey lemon pepper wings. Yeah. I'm creaming. Honey lemon pepper wings. Where's my fucking credit card? Give me those fucking wings. So gas. Right, poor man's pudding on Google Trust. Lemon pepper. Holy fuck. These are the real questions we need to have answered. Hold on. Where are we at? Four more with Vanguard for the Black Cape. Oh, I might just try and grind this out real quick. Honey barbecue, but rub on. Whew. Let's do a little decap. Fuck, now I want wings. Trust me, right? Poor man's pudding on Google. Let's check this. Let's check what he's on about. Poor man's pudding. Is it dessert? Pudding chômeur. Classic, decadent French-Canadian dessert. Ooh, fuck. Flour, milk, butter, sugar to create a fluffy cake baked in a bubbling maple sauce. Ooh, I'm fucking bricked up. Oh my gosh, that sounds good. I do love some good beignets too. He said I'm hard when I eat that. Oh my gosh, brother. Yeah, that'll get you. That'll get me going. That'll get me going right away. Oh, I did not mean to grapple whatever I just grappled. Yeah, they really need to fix the grapple on Vanguard. I think I would really love to see them with the reworks for Vanguard create a individual gear perk that allows you to target only Majoris level enemies with the grapple hook. I'm hungry now.
You recite the Codex well, but what of the scripture?
Yeah, me too.
I
I could use some wings and that poor man's pudding.
There are many hours in the day.
Wavy, gotta go. Hey, no worries, brother. Thanks for stopping in, man.
Be they psychic or xenos.
Akashi, you're making my big back hungry. You asked about who would be playing the PTS. Were you just curious, or did you have a question about it? No, I was just curious because I don't have access to it. I was saying earlier that I genuinely think it's going to drop tomorrow. So, I really do think they're going to drop it tomorrow. If they don't drop it tomorrow, it'll be on the 9th. The 9th of July, most likely. Could you believe some people don't even know who is inside of the Dreadnought? Hey, I mean, the Dreadnoughts are like very unique lore. I don't know of any other series that has like a character or a unit that is like a Dreadnought. Yeah, I wish I could play the PTS, man. I'd have all these videos out for you guys on all the new cosmetics and stuff. How do you get invited for the PTS? Because I play on PC. It's a free open download on Steam. So when they release the PTS, they release a download on Steam that will update your game to have access to it. So yeah, Kashi, definitely when the PTS comes out, you get to play all the new content. Yeah, it'll definitely be soon because it's quick upon us. But one of the community managers for Focus said it would be the first half of July. And what's interesting is the community managers are technically on holiday until the 15th of July, so I don't think they're going to release it. If they're saying first half of July, but the community managers are on holiday until the midpoint of July, they're going to have to release it within the next 1 to 2 weeks. What's going to be on the PTS? All the new content for patch 14. Every time they do a public test server, it's all the new content that's coming in the new patch, and you get early access to it. It's completely free in public, you know, on Steam. So if you play on PC, you should definitely try the PTS. Like, I would really love it if they released a PTS for consoles, but I don't think they can do it because I think when they release patches for consoles, it's a lot more complicated process. Like, it takes like all this extra work to, you know, upload a patch to a console, from what I understand. Oh shit. You're definitely going to be doing that because you're fiending for the new patch. Yeah, brother, I would definitely do that.
Just to be safe.
I'd be all over that thing if I had, if I had this game on PC. I think in the future, with making content for Space Marine 2 and games in general, when I have the available funds to get a PC, it would benefit me to get a brand new PC, like gaming PC, and play on PC. Because usually PC players get all of like these, types of public test servers and releases, and then just use a controller to play. Because I'm a controller person. I love playing with controller. There we go. You like tabletop gameplay? Really? I think I'll get back into the tabletop eventually. For horde shooters and first person, you use controller, but you're on PC. Yeah, I think that's the move, honestly. I don't know. I've always been an Xbox guy. Like, I've always had an Xbox growing up. Especially for games like Gears of War. Like, I always had an Xbox for Gears of War. But I think it would just benefit me in the future to get a gaming PC and, run that bad boy up.
Bless this detonator. We are ready to ambush the target, Command.
The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly.
Big Xbox guy. Oh, yeah.
And lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
You made a salamander army? Oh, hell yeah, brother. Since you're a content creator, I feel like a PC is a really good investment for you. Yeah, I agree. But hey, you got to start somewhere, right? So all I did for starting content creation was legit just because there was a point where before I started making content and like streaming and stuff, my Xbox was just hooked up to my main TV, and I was just playing off the TV, right? And then I was like, wait a second, I have a dual monitor setup like for my computer. So I figured out how to do like a dual monitor setup where I can have like my streaming software and my Xbox connected while I play. And then I got a capture card, and it was that easy. I just got a couple extra cords, and I was able to stream.
Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed. Understood, my lord.
Oops. Yeah, I guess. I'll take that.
Our lasguns to your support. Ready up.
I was carrying the gene seed, didn't even realize it.
What we are made of. Eyes up.
They're trying to surround us on the roofs. A swarm approaching on the left flank.
The Hive Tyrant is on its way, but it is a horde of Xenos between you and it. Take it from over. They are here! Swapping out.
You play salamanders mostly on the tabletop?
Eyes peeled.
Hell yeah.
Xenos leader beast will be in visual range.
How do you feel like painting salamanders is? Is it pretty difficult to paint salamanders, or is it relatively easy with their color scheme?
I've never seen.
You produce good content. I hope more people find your channel soon. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I do try and put a lot of effort into my content, you know, with what I have available, of course.
Detonate the charges now.
You know, for content creation, especially for this game, and speaking of the PTS directly, you know, the PC players do have a little bit of a, you know, an advantage, a leg up when it comes to, you know, the newest content, the freshest content, especially for PTS. But, you know, we make do with what we have, and, you know, I've a bunch of videos that I can work on in the meantime while that PTS is running anyway, so.
But we blew it up.
You do have trouble with the battle damage on their armor,
Connection to the hive mind.
but it's relatively easy.
Still on the
Well, that's good.
Reports confirm the lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion still in full effect.
I feel like the hardest armies to paint are, like, red armies and yellow armies.
This void spawn
Like
behemoth has seen its last.
Like Imperial Fists and Blood Angels, I feel like are relatively hard to paint. But blue armies, black armies, green, I feel like they're pretty reasonable. Us PC players get glazed like some Krispy Kremes. I've seen more and more streamers leaning towards wanting a chaplain as a new class. I have seen that as well. I've definitely seen a lot of videos recently put out saying that they really believe chaplain is going to be the new class. And honestly, you know, it would be cool to get chaplain as the new class, but if you really actually take a look at, like, the information that Focus and Saber's putting out, I feel like it's pretty obvious what they're leaning towards to be the new class. Like, or the most likely options, in my opinion, based off of the information, is Justiciar and Apothecary. And my Apothecary video is going to be really good because,
Pursue and eliminate.
you know,
We will not have a better opportunity
not to spoil
finish
it
off.
completely, but, like, one of the most requested, upvoted ideas on the Focus Entertainment forums is a new class Apothecary tab that was put up 2 years ago, right? So it's like, is because they have it directly listed on the website, the forum, is that like a big indicator that it's going to be Apothecary? I don't know. But it's more likely than Chaplain, in my opinion. Like, Chaplain just straight up does not work with the narrative whatsoever. And, you know, in the Chaplain video that I did put out, the creative director Oliver Hollis-Lake directly said that, like, they cannot break the IP, right? So, like, if they put a chaplain in the game that's supposed to be there at the same time that Leandros is the chaplain, like, it effectively breaks the IP because every company only has one chaplain. There's people in some videos were referencing the fact that there could be multiple chaplains per company, and that's just not true. The only company in the entire lore of Warhammer 40k that has multiple chaplains is the Blood Angels Death Company, I'm pretty sure, because they have to have the chaplains there to corral the Death Company members so they don't turn on their own battle brothers in the middle of a battle.
Talassa, you cut out.
Like, if you were to think about it, like, for the tabletop, right? A regular Primaris chaplain would be the chaplain of, like, the second company, right? A chaplain in Terminator armor would be, like, the chaplain of the first company, because most all first companies are the only companies that have access and will wear Terminator armor. So there's very good, like, there's very good lore to support the fact that there's only one chaplain per company. And I've seen, like, I saw a video and someone referenced the fact that, like, they were like, the fact that they're coming out with a one-handed Thunderhammer means that they're going to do a Crozius. Or that they're going to reskin the one-handed Thunderhammer as the Crozius. And I go, what are you talking about? Like, that makes no sense whatsoever. The Crozius and the Crozius Arcanum are two of the most recognizable lore-specific weapons for chaplains only, right? Like, they would never reskin the one-handed Thunderhammer as a Crozius because the one-handed Thunderhammer is completely different from the Crozius. The Crozius is a relic of every chapter. And every single melee weapon they've made in this game has been unique in its own right. They've never reskinned a melee weapon to be another melee weapon. Like another lore-specific melee weapon. So I'm just like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this, like, what you're saying actually makes no fucking sense. And it's very clear that some people have a very misrepresented understanding of the lore for some reason. And I don't blame them. There's, like, a lot of lore out there, right? Like the lore of Warhammer 40k is massive. Like, there's so much lore that it can become overwhelming at times. And there's a lot of, like, misinformation when it comes to certain aspects of the lore. And that's why with my videos, I will deadass, like, go through, like, the Warhammer Wiki or Lexiconum and read it in full to make sure that, like, I'm speaking accurately to, like, what the lore says. Because my big pet peeve is I don't want to be the one out there, like, saying things about the lore that just isn't accurate at all. And I'll go back and, like, you know, I'll revise videos if I have to, like, if something is not proper about the lore. Because I want my channel, you know, to a degree to be educational. Goober, you made an Imperial Fist army before? It took you like a week to get them right. I've heard the same about yellow. I've been painting a Legion of Blood Angels. I think it depends on what you prime them as, and sometimes with white. Did make a Black Templar army ago. Damn, you have like 3 armies, bro. If I use black for Grimdark, it only takes 2 coats. And if you go white, it takes 3 for a brighter candy finish. Okay. I agree. As far as the lore goes, and I know the history behind people asking for an apothecary on the forum, and I do think they are considering, but I don't think they're adding it just yet. Yeah, I don't think the apothecary is going to come just yet, especially with the fact that, like, there's a take, I've heard a take that if they did an apothecary, they would have to, in my opinion, they would have to rework Vanguard and Bulwark's perk sets, their team perks, to remove the healing, right? Which, if they remove the healing, Saber is pretty much damned if they do and damned if they don't, because if they remove the healing, there's going to be a big backlash from the community saying, why'd you remove the healing off of Bulwark and Vanguard? We've been playing with these perks since the game came out, you know, now we're pissed. If they don't remove the healing, then effectively what you have is you have 3 classes that can fully heal team members, you know, at any point. Like, if the apothecary can fully heal a team member, if the Vanguard can fully heal a team member, if the Bulwark can fully heal a team member, also if the Heavy can fully heal a team member, because we haven't really even considered Heavy in this as well, with the Bonds of Brotherhood perk that fully heals a team member, you know, up to full health. If you revive them when they're downed, that's then 4 classes that have full team healing perks. And I feel like if you take any of those 3 into battle alongside each other, it's just going to make the game way too easy. Mostly because I don't think they want to dive into reworking the class perks for Vanguard and Bulwark just yet. Yeah, that's a major overhaul. Major overhaul. And I don't think they want to do that, especially with where they're going with the contested health rework for melee combat. I think they want to add in a melee-focused class to buff up team members when you go into melee, so you can stay in melee for a longer period of time without having to like pull back and shoot to get your contested health back. Yeah, so I just like when you actually think about it from like Saber's perspective, what they have to do with the narrative and not breaking the lore, what they would have to do in terms of reworks to add an apothecary class, the very clear choice is the Justiciar class. It's so clear to me, like it's almost like, guys, they're literally putting it right in front of you. I don't know how you're not seeing this. And the fact that they already want to do a greatsword, and even though they've pushed the greatsword back to a later release date, it actually lines up perfectly when they would release the Justiciar. And you know the reason they had to put out that statement, like, about the greatsword saying, oh, it's not a priority now, or we had to reprioritize due to, like, the one-handed Thunderhammer, is because they knew if they said they were creating a greatsword and then they said, oh, now we're not doing it whatsoever, they would get massive backlash because they already said that they were going to do a greatsword and it was a priority. So because they already said they were going to do a greatsword and it was a priority at one point, they got to add it now. Yeah, and the shush emoji on the community update is a direct reference to the Justiciar. But, like, again, I've said this a million times. Why wouldn't they just name the Justiciar outrightly? They said, oh, we're adding the Absolver Bolt Pistol as the signature weapon, so it could be Chaplain, Apothecary, and then you have a shush face with or something else. Why not just say, oh, we're adding the Absolver Bolt Pistol and it could be a Chaplain, Apothecary, or a Justiciar? Like, why even like make the effort to say, like, to word it that way, you know? That's like a clear dead giveaway to me. But I just really think it's copium. I think people are coping. They're like, I want a Chaplain so bad. Oh, the creative director said at one point, like, they were going to do a Chaplain. No, he said that they were going to explore the idea of doing a Chaplain. But if they're not trying to break the lore, if they're not trying to break the IP with having 2 Chaplains in a single company, then they actually cannot do a Chaplain. They could already be done with the greatsword and shadow drop it like the last patch. I don't think they'll shadow drop the greatsword because I think it'll be so hype. They want to create so much hype around that new weapon that they're going to do it the same exact way that they did Tech Marine, and the unique weapon of the Justiciar will be the greatsword. And openly told us about the one-handed hammer to throw us off. Yeah, I think that was it's just a misdirection. But the one-handed hammer does need to be in the game because technically, the Thunderhammer that they put in the game being a two-handed weapon originally isn't really like the way the tabletop models are represented with a Thunderhammer weapon. Like, I haven't seen a two-handed Thunderhammer weapon on a tabletop model in a fat-ass minute. Like, think about this, the Captain with Jump Pack tabletop model has a one-handed Thunderhammer. All the Blade Guard veterans or Bulwark type characters that use a Thunderhammer is one-handed. So I think the one-handed Thunderhammer is actually I think it's actually a request from Games Workshop to put that in the game to have an accurate representation of what a Thunderhammer should look like and work like with these characters that actually use Thunderhammers. Like, I can't even remember the last fucking model that had a two-handed Thunderhammer on the tabletop. Unless it was like a character or like a Primarch or something like that. I'm pretty sure even Vulcan in 30K doesn't use a two-handed Thunderhammer. I'm pretty sure he uses a one-handed. I'm pretty sure the only two-handed Thunderhammer that I've seen out of like latest releases was like the Saturnine box set. Where they had like a fat Thunderhammer and they were just like holding it. You haven't seen a two-handed Thunderhammer before? Yeah, same here. I genuinely think it's a, like Games Workshop requested that they do a one-handed Thunderhammer. Even like Terminator models in 40K don't, like I haven't seen two-handed Thunderhammers on them at all. They're all like, all the Assault Terminators, the Arjak Rockfist Terminator character, it's all single-handed Thunderhammers. Like genuinely what I think they should do, and this is just straight up opinion, is I think they should take the two-handed Thunderhammer off of Bulwark and just put the one-handed Thunderhammer there. So then Bulwark has the shield with every single weapon. And that would be an actual lore-accurate representation of what a Blade Guard or Bulwark would use versus having the two-handed Thunderhammer. Yeah, because, like, here, let's even look right now. Yeah, I'll see this. Yeah. Like, if we go to Space Marines right here, let's do Shop Off Space Marines. And we go and we're just looking at, like, the models in general. Look, one-handed Thunderhammer, Captain with Jump Pack and Relic Shield. Space Wolf's Combat Patrol. I don't even think they have a... This guy's got a two-handed axe. Yeah, they don't even have any Thunderhammers in here. One-handed axe, one-handed axe. There's some two-handed Thunderhammers on the Combat Patrol for the Grey Knights. This guy's got a two-handed Thunderhammer. I guess in the Deathwatch Kill Team box set as well, they use a two-handed Thunderhammer. But that's like a very specific unit they use as a two-handed Thunderhammer. Like, you actually have to be fucking bugging to think that, like, they're going to take a one-handed Thunderhammer and just reskin it as a Crozius. Oh, someone said a take. They were like, oh, Games Workshop is reworking the war gear for the Chaplain to be able to use a one-handed Thunderhammer. I go, what the fuck are you... I watched the video, and I go, what the fuck are you talking about? The Chaplain in the lore has never, ever, ever had the war gear option to use a single arm Thunderhammer. The Chaplain uses the Crozius and Crozius Arcanum exclusively. Black Templar Sword Brethren, they use like a power mace, but that's not a Thunderhammer. Every Chaplain character you look at is going to have a Crozius or Crozius Arcanum. Look, Adrax Agatone. He's like the first company captain of the Salamanders, I think, of the Fire Drakes. Oh, third company captain. One-handed Thunderhammer. The Iron Priest has a two-handed Thunderhammer. The Iron Priest, yeah. Look at that shit. Even Wolfen right here, one-handed Thunderhammer. That's Terminator Squad. Yeah, Chaplain, Crozius. Grandmaster of the Grey Knights. Yeah, two-handed Thunderhammer. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, he's a Grandmaster. Crozius on the Wolf Priest. Crozius on the Execrator. Arjak Rockfest, one-handed Thunderhammer. Now, the Wolfguard Headtakers, I believe they can use a one-handed Thunderhammer, but they primarily used frost axes and power swords. Yeah, Deathwatch Kill Team member right here. He uses a two-handed Thunderhammer. But that's a very specific, like, specialist unit within the lore. Demolisher. Terminator Assault Squad, all single-arm Thunderhammers. And that's every fucking unit. Yeah, literally, like... Like, if you legit just look at the tabletop models, it tells you every single thing that you need. Ollie, what's your Google Doc drive about? What's that for? Oh, made a text of your chapter if you want to read it. Yeah, I'll take a look at it sometime. I agree. Personally, I don't like Bulwark with just the current Thunderhammer. He would be fine with a greatsword. That's a totally different story. I agree. Me personally, I never painted Space Wolves before, but I might soon, so I can at least have a backup for my Salamanders. Nice. Yeah, that take is fried. They won't do the two-handed weapons. The Crozius is a weapon of office. Exactly. Exactly. It's absolutely crucial to the lore of the unit, of the specialist, of Chaplain, to have a Crozius. Like, that is a unique weapon that the Chaplain can only use. Same thing as the Omniscient Axe. No other unit specialist is using the Omniscient Axe other than the Techmarine. Goober, you have a total of 3 armies and another army on the way soon? Bro, you're killing it, brother. So, when I drop these last two videos, next video is going to be Apothecary, last video will be Justiciar, and it's going to have the most reasoning as to why the Justiciar is most likely going to be the next class. I'm telling you, bro, I'm going to be vindicated. I'm going to be vindicated, because when they drop the Justiciar as the brand new class, and everyone was like, oh my god, like, I never saw that coming, I'm going to be like, you're an idiot, you're dumb, like, It literally was right in front of your face the entire time. I'm going to be completely vindicated. That kind of rules out Chaplain as a class. That's exactly right. Like, why the fuck would they reskin the one-handed Thunderhammer to be a Crozius? They haven't done a single weapon in this game that has been reskinned to another weapon, let alone the Crozius, which is like one of the most important lore pieces of war gear for that specific specialist. Any ideas on your next army? Bro, I think you should do Space Wolves. I think Space Wolves have some really unique units. Like the Wolfen and the Dreadnoughts are super cool, bro. Like Bjorn the Fell-Handed, Murderfang. I think you would love building them and putting them together. I'm telling you, bro, I'm going to be vindicated. Because all these people are going to be like, oh, no, like, it was, like, I never saw the Judiciar coming. What do you mean, brother? I'll grab me some more paint then. Yeah, you're gonna be painting for sure. Now, I am really excited for the Wolfguard Headtaker as the champion for Bulwark. I am interested to see how they implement the war gear for the Wolfguard champion and the war gear for Bulwark going forward, especially with the war gear update, because realistically, a Wolfguard Headtaker would not have this type of tabard, right? He would have like a wolf pelt tabard. So does that mean they're going to start allowing, they're going to rework the tabards for Bulwark as well? Because they said in the War Gear second update, they were going to do tabards and robes, right? So I'm expecting tabards and robes for other classes like Tactical and Assault, so you can make like Stern Guard and Vanguard veterans. But then for Bulwark, are we going to get access to like the tabards from like the Tactical class, right? Because I should be able to add like this unique tabard to Bulwark, and then I could make like an actual lore accurate like Blood Angels Captain from the 11th edition box set versus having that super long tabard robe. For anyone to say there's no way it could be the Judiciar is pretty wild, just saying. Absolutely, I completely agree. Like, you have to be bugging, bro. To me, that's like a brain-dead take. Because then when you, like, it's funny because if you ask them, like, oh, how's the Chaplain going to fit in narratively to operations? They're like, oh, I don't know. They're like, oh, Saber can just do whatever they want. No, they can't. If they could do whatever they want, they would have added chaos to PvE ages ago. It would break the lore of the game. Like, the game is Space Marine 2. It's not Chaos Marine 2. Like, right? Hopefully, Goober, I'm hoping that they allow us to use capes and tabards simultaneously with this next War Gear update. Especially for tactical. Yeah, they don't have to be convinced, but damn, to say no way is crazy. Yep. It's like, are you actually looking at, like, the factual information around, like, what is going to be going on with this? You know, this next class? Let's run Vortex. Like, for me, the top two potential options are Apothecary and Justiciar. The Chaplain is 100% ruled out, just based on the narrative. You might start buying paint for your Space Wolves now since the army parts are already heading this way tomorrow. Yeah, bro. What units do you think you're going to get? Like, how are you starting your Space Wolves army? Are you going to get the Space Wolves Combat Patrol to start? Or are you just going to start with, like, normal Space Marines and then, like, paint them Space Wolves? Oh, wow. I'm already really far. No. Fipton, I don't think you're biased at all, bro. Like, there's actual, like, justification, like, factual information that points directly to the Justiciar. It's not just a bias. Like, it's a straight up, this is probably what it's going to be because of where they want to take this game and how they're crafting it. Oh, shit. I did not mean to execute that. I meant to save that for that guy. Shit. Wait, is there a relic right here? Oh, shit. For me, the only way for it to be a Chaplain is to kill Leandros, and that is a lot of storytelling they are not about to do. There's absolutely zero way they would kill off Leandros because he is a main character of the game that is going to be active in Space Marine 3. Like, to kill off Leandros, you're effectively, like, you're gonna ruin the third game, you know? And the only reason I think they would do an Apothecary is because it's so highly requested by the community. That's the only reason. Genuinely. I don't think they want to do Apothecary. I think they want to do something with a melee bias. But I think they'll only do the Apothecary because the community legit has 3 million upvotes. Oh, I'm the last one. Love it. I'm gonna try and kill some time right here. getting hit by these fucking... Oh my god.
The beast's grotesque appendages.
Smells like fresh munitions.
Got all my armor back here.
Rip its tentacles apart. The beast's grotesque appendages.
Yeah, it feels like it's more of a make it can super happy deal, but they would love to add a melee focus class. Oh, what? $10 seconds.
Tentacles down. Kill the demonic bastard with everything we have. It wants to impale us.
Okay, we got the Tech Marine back. Fuck.
Now shoot at us. Magazine out. Magazine in.
Fuck me. Oh, you gotta be kidding, bro.
Death cannot pry me from my body.
Yeah, get that stim. Why didn't you pop that first?
I will heal you in no time. Astartes can endure much more. I will let those bastards hurt much worse. Arming up. Conserve munitions until
shit.
we take down that arcane barrier. All heretics for the slaughter. Do not let a single unholy cur touch that beast, brothers.
Does he have a banner?
We no longer suffer its existence. Every limb from that vile creature. Into the fray.
First thoughts is probably start with the combat patrol and paint the normal ones later. Yeah, I agree. In light of the upcoming Space Wolf and Salamander's champion skins, I'm willing to bet they are going to revisit all the first founding chapters again with a second run of champion skins. I would agree. I think that they're more interested in doing champion skins for the first founding chapters because there's so many unique units with them versus successor chapters where there aren't as many unique units for them. Because the successor chapters could really, they could use the champion pieces, like, with their cosmetic, like, war gear. But certain first founding chapter champion skins or unique unit skins are only for, like, that first founding chapter, right? Like the Vitrix Guard. Or like a Space Wolf's Head Taker. Like, he's unique to the Space Wolves. Or an Iron Hands, Iron Father. Like all these sort of things. But they could probably do successor chapters. I just think they're more willing to do first founding chapters. And there's more models that they can base their champion model off of. Oh, another take that I heard someone say today, actually, was that because of Darktide and their release of the Skitarii, they were like, the Skitarii doesn't have that much lore surrounding them. They're not a fully fleshed out lore-based individual, right? And then they go, yeah, it's the same thing with the Chaplain. And in my mind, I go, what the fuck are you talking about? You're relating the Skitarii, a character or a unit that is not a fully fleshed out lore-wise individual. And you're trying to say the Chaplain is the same as that? Chaplains legit have so much lore behind them and their creation and what they're meant to do and their role. They're one of the most in-depth lore-based characters in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. I go, that is just the complete wrong take. Like, chaplains were specifically created chaplains were specifically created to oversee the spiritual and mental well-being of an entire chapter, because when they went to what was it? The Council of Nicaea, and they were discussing if they should allow psychers within chapters to use their librarian psyker powers. The majority of chapters voted no, that they should not allow librarians and psychers to use their psyker powers within a chapter because it's heretical, which was then overturned at some point because they were like, there are chapters that heavily rely on psyker powers to the effectiveness of their chapter. For instance, the Thousand Suns. Okay? So they were like, okay, if we're going to allow psychers to actively use their psyker powers within our chapter, this is 30k lore. If we're going to allow psychers to use their psyker powers, we need someone to oversee the chapter and oversee these psychers so they don't turn into warp-based, chaos entities. They don't have mental breakdowns and, like, unleash their psyker powers on the entire chapter. And that's where the Chaplain was formed. I believe it was the Council of Nicaea. Yeah, they just don't know Warhammer lore. chaplains are some of the most in-depth lore characters. A chaplain is effectively the same rank as a chapter captain or a company captain. Like they're literally like on the same level. The chaplain of the company and the company captain. They're not like a lower level individual, you know? Like, for instance, if we think about the Ultramarines, like the Ultramarines, their master of sanctity, which is their head chaplain, is Orton Cassius, who is legit one of the longest living Space Marines that's not entombed in a dreadnought. He served in the Death Watch. He was the individual that started the first company, Tyrannic War Veterans, like squadrons, following the invasion of High Fleet Behemoth onto Macragge. Because when the first company was almost entirely wiped out and they had to start from almost nothing, Orton Cassius was like, we need to take all of the members that just fought in the first Tyrannic War from all these other companies, the third, the fourth, the second company. We need to raise them to the level of veteran status, put them in the first company, and now they're the veterans that will lead and direct all of the tactics and strategies to fight the Tyranids and disperse that among the other companies. Goober, you desperately need help with this hard weekly mission. I think I'm going to do hard weekly help on a different day. Maybe tomorrow even. But not tonight. Because tomorrow I do have a bit of a free day, so I was going to stream maybe during the day. And do hard weekly help. Yeah, that's a hot take if I've ever heard. Absolutely. To say that the chaplain is the equivalent of the Skitarii, lore-wise, I was like, bro, you're bugging. Like, you're bugging. Like, you need to read up on what a chaplain is. Don't worry, Goober. We'll get you in on a hard weekly help this week. I know you want to get those heroic weapons. How many more do I need with Vanguard? Yeah. Not to mention a chaplain in training, aka Judiciar, has the authority to execute you if you show signs of corruption or falter in your duty to the Emperor, but apparently that's not lore. Yeah, apparently. Apparently. Guys, we got 2 more for this Black Cape. We might as well just do it right now. Fuck it. We'll go Inferno again. How else? Yeah. How else would that be known if there wasn't extensive lore about the class? Yeah. And then I heard a take that someone was like, oh yeah, like they could add a chaplain, but just like make him a chaplain in training. But he has like all of the chaplain qualities, all of the war gear, the Crozius. That doesn't make any sense. Like how, like a chaplain in training is a Judiciar. It's established in the lore. He wouldn't be a chaplain in training if he had all of the chaplain war gear and the Crozius. So it's just like there's some bad takes and there's no real like a lot of content creators right now, there's no real lore-based explanation for why they want or why they think the chaplain would be added. It's just straight up opinion. Like, if you actually look at the fucking the structure of a company, which they have to follow.
Trigger detonation only when the main swarm has entered the plaza zone.
Yeah, let's take Billy Bob fresh out of boot camp and make him a 5-star general. Lol.
I have been dying to carve up some Xenos.
You know, I want a chaplain as much as the next guy, but if it just straight up doesn't make sense, like, they're not gonna add it. They're not gonna break the IP just because they want a specific unit. Is a chaplain technically a veteran? Technically, yes. He is a senior member of a chapter company that that has an affinity or has already been identified as someone who is like, if we were to put this in like terms of Leandros, who's very strict on the rules and very strict to like the keeping track of their battle brothers and like making sure they don't fall to chaos, really. Like, the whole reason Leandros probably got the chaplaincy is because he accused Titus of heresy, because he was following the Codex Astartes rules on heretical corruption. This is gonna be a hot fucking take. Leandros actually did nothing wrong. He actually did the right thing. Based on Titus's track record in Space Marine 1 and the fact that he directly touched warp exposure, he technically did the right thing, which was reporting him to the Inquisition for potential heresy. Was it the right morally thing? No. He probably should have had him evaluated by the second company chaplain before sending him directly to the Inquisition. But for such an extreme case of potential heretical corruption, he reported him directly to the Inquisition. Like, even here, I'll even put it in this context. In the new mission Purgation, okay? In the new mission Purgation, at the end of the mission, the Marines legit, or Acheron legit says, send all of the guardsmen to the Inquisition. Let's hope they're not found of heretical corruption. That's the standard process. If there's the potential for someone to have been corrupted by chaos, they're sent to the Inquisition to be evaluated. Like, it sucks ass, but if it saves your entire chapter from chaos corruption, then technically it's the right choice. Is a champion technically... Oh, I thought you said a chaplain. Is a champion technically a veteran? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Ollie, gotta go to sleep. If you read the text, I hope you're gonna like it. Yeah, man, I'll take a look. I'll see how it looks.
Fallen will rejoin the pack.
I would love to play one. Yeah, it was because of his zeal. Yeah, exactly. Can you paint the helmet white on a champion? Well, it depends what chapter. Like, for an Ultramarines champion, it's supposed to be like that Vitrix Guard champion. And technically, the helmet is gold. Because veterans of the Ultramarines have white helmets. Oh my god, I'm about to get wrecked right here. Oh shit, wrong guy. Yes, they're veterans based on time spent, but also the chaplaincy position has to be earned via various actions. Yeah, exactly. I hope they really dive into that lore about how Leandros was named 2nd Company Chaplain following the events of Space Marine 1. Like, in the 3rd game, I really hope they flesh out, like, what happened after Space Marine 1 between Titus and Leandros. Like, they explain, like, while I was like, Titus is like, oh, while I was serving the Death Watch, Leandros is like, yeah, like, after Graia, the chapter master honored me or something. And I was given the chaplaincy. Oh my god, he just fucking flew. Fuck that contested health, yeah. Almost got wrecked right there because the Ravener popped up. And then the Carnifex charged me at the same time. And then the Ravener hit me, like, in the back.
It will help. Astartes, attention! Reloading! Loyalty expired.
Oh shit. There we go. Back to full health.
Too quiet. Let me survey from a better vantage.
I feel like only choosing the Xenos missions are the more easier option than the Thousand Suns missions. Yes. Especially for Cape Grind.
You're here. Now what can
The biggest reason why
you need to acquire the Astronautarum demolition codes required
Tyranids tend to be a little bit easier
Source
than
one for
Thousand
any
Suns
soldier you
missions
see, alive or otherwise.
is because when you're in engagement with Tyranids and there's a warrior and Minoris like Gaunts around,
We are ready
when
to
you
get
kill the
demolition
warrior,
started.
it stuns and kills a number of Gaunts as well.
Complete the demolition
Versus when you're fighting Thousand Suns, when you kill like a Majoris level enemy, like a Rubric Marine, it does not affect the Zangors at all. They're still like fully fighting. Found your channel through the Grey Knights build. Oh, thank you. Favorite OP? Original post? I think my favorite post I've done is all the Deathwatch ones. I really like the Deathwatch. I think the Deathwatch just have such unique lore. They're like the most elite veterans of every chapter that come together to fight aliens, like only primarily.
Remedies from the wolf priest.
Oh, favorite operation. Favorite operation? It actually might be Inferno. I think Inferno is one of the best crafted operations. Especially when you get in like the big engagements and you get the massive waves and Tyrannocytes are just like dropping out of the sky and you're like, oh shit, like I'm in a war zone, you know? And I love like the final sequence where you're like setting the bomb to blow, right? Your favorite video from my channel is the Tyrannic War Scheme? Hell yeah. I'm gonna revisit that one and do some revisions to it as well, especially with some of the new pieces that came out, like the robotic legs. Those are like amazing pieces to add to the Tyrannic War veterans, because the Tyrannic War veteran like tabletop models, they haven't redone those models in like such a long time. And they have a bunch of robotic pieces on them because the Tyrannic War veterans, like, they lost a lot of limbs, like, in the first Tyrannic War.
Alas, the Cadians are running out of time. How close are you to completing the search? Reaching the facility now. You are making good time. They're going to need it.
Inferno 100% in the top 3 for everyone, I think. Also love Ballistic Engine. Wish it had Terminus at the end. I agree. Wait, Ballistic Engine? Sometimes a Terminus, like a boss, a Carnifex, or a Neurothrop does spawn at the end. I think. I've definitely gotten that before. It, like, jumps down from that roof.
That will do. Use the codes to bring the ball and finish us.
I actually really like Vortex, too. I think it's the best Chaos mission overall. With the Vortex Beast. I actually enjoy that boss fight. Once you sort of learn the moveset of the Vortex Beast, it can be really enjoyable. But I really just love hacking up fucking Chaos Spawn with the Power Axe. That's my favorite. Oh shit, hit his arm. A lot of Majoris over here. You trying to get the Battle Worn Pauldron?
Thought it had
The battle-worn pauldron is from completing absolute missions,
All
right?
according to the Emperor.
Oh shit.
Rates of activation have been observed.
Guys, I've been playing too much.
Generators humming the machine god's name.
Controller's dying. What time is it?
Sequencing initialized. Delivering payload. Swarm approaching. Keep firing legs to generators.
I love that execution.
Submitting from generators.
That's very Space Wolves.
Operator.
Just like throw your axe up in the air.
Harmony of timing.
Fucking knock someone out of the air. Oh shit.
Suppress the enemy heading to generator 1.
You have to play 5 absolute operations.
Axis aligned. Biological incursion at generator 1. Do not foul the machine god's blessed mechanisms with organic parts.
Oh, double Raveners? Love that.
Attention. Crane drive is jammed. Perform the necessary cleansing to resume operation.
Assuming it's going to be Chaplain, but what other classes would you like to see? Well, in my opinion, I don't think it's going to be a Chaplain. I actually posted a full video of that on my YouTube. I think it is either going to be a Justiciar or an Apothecary. But that's also my opinion. But given the factual information and where they want to take this game, I think they are the most likely. Do you try to make all your starties lore accurate? I do. As possible. As lore accurate as possible. Given, you know, the armor pieces we have in this game and the heraldry markings we have in this game.
Fill your packs, brothers.
Do I play Darktide? No, I do not, but I might have to start playing in the future. Darktide has some really cool aspects to it, for sure. There was one time you tried making a Crimson Fist army for the tabletop. And what happened?
is the holdup?
We are committed to this cause.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'd say Vanguard is one of my favorite classes. I just really like the combination of ranged and melee combat. I really like Tech Marine as well. I think Tech Marine is right up there with Vanguard. I actually feel like the worst classes that I play with
Fresh ammunition.
are Bulwark and Tac. I don't know, I just feel like with Bulwark on console, I feel like it's a little bit weird because you have to like double tap the bumper to get like a proper parry off, or it'll just like raise your shield. And then with Tac, I feel like Tac can be like kind of squishy. Like, he can go down very quickly if you get hit, like, a couple times and get, like, stun-locked a couple times. But I feel like as I play them more, I play better with them. Would I ever record my games when I play tabletop? Yeah, absolutely. I would love to do that. It would more so just come down to, like, if the person I'm playing against or with is comfortable with me recording. Because I don't think I'd be able to get away with, like, having a table set up here where I live. I would have to go to, like, a gaming shop. And there's some really cool gaming shops around where I live. But, to record there would be, like, a different story. Currently, I actually don't have any armies. I have some old models that I got when I was in like middle school that are, I believe they're from like 8th edition. Legit. They're like very old. Oh shit, I'm about to get hit. Yep. Oh, execute them. Oh, this guy doesn't want to execute. Tac with Pyroblast and Argent Edge is a goated combo. My favorite faction is Space Wolves. So, love playing my Space Wolf guys. But I really like making Deathwatch characters in this game because I feel like I can use more cosmetic pieces and still keep them more accurate, you know? Like, I can use all the DLC heads and voices for, like, Blood Angels, Black Templars, Space Wolves with my Deathwatch kill team. I can use different pieces of cosmetic packs.
This position is defensible. Somewhat.
And I feel like they're making more Deathwatch coded weapons and cosmetics now. Because I think they started to realize that they can make really unique weapons and cosmetics for the Deathwatch, and it fits all chapters, and they can give those cosmetics away for free versus doing like the chapter-specific cosmetic packs, which you have to pay for.
The enemy comes, Captain.
But we are prepared.
Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done. Ah! Ha ha ha! Good. Be calm. I wondered how I might pass the time. Fire trap set. Light when ready. Marking it. The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the protected path. Continue holding.
What difficulty am I playing on? Absolute. Yeah. I only really like playing the hardest difficulty in this game. Absolute, hard stratagems, hard siege.
Reloading.
Consoles ready for
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
Oh, I just got fucking taken out by that fucking shot. He was aiming at something else and then got me.
No matter how many vermin they send, I will cut them down. Fill your packs, brothers.
Would be interesting if Saber put in a grind for unique weapon, not just cosmetics. I mean, that's kind of what they did with hard stratagems. Like, it's technically a grind for weapons.
The swarm is almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
What platform am I on? I play on Xbox.
Magazine in.
Yeah, unfortunately, I play on Xbox with no FOV slider. Lol. But we make it work.
Swapping out magazine.
We can set another trap.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards. Let us spark the flames of vengeance.
That lictor always fucking shows up at the end, bro.
We have sent a mighty fire this day. Tyranid biosites now 90% unfallen. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract. Thunderhawk arriving at evac point. Wrap down and ready.
Coming in hot.
For the All-Father! For the Emperor!
What is an FOV slider? FOV slider is a field of view slider.
Returning to orbit.
So basically what an FOV slider does is it, on PC, they have access to an FOV slider, and in the game, it'll open up the field of view, so you're looking more at your guy from like the top down, and you can actually see more enemies around you and behind you. So like on console, there's no FOV slider, so like the camera's really cropped in. So when you're playing, there might be an enemy behind you that you can't even see. I think Saber said they will be supporting mods for Xbox. Will you try them when they do? I think I'll try them, but I don't think I'll make any content with them. I think mods are more just like fun, enjoyable. They allow you to experiment. But I feel like making like guides and builds and stuff for the base game helps the wider community, because a lot of people, here's what I found. A lot of people who play this game are very new to Warhammer 40k and the lore. So I kind of try to incorporate what an actual tabletop model build would look like in the game, and then add a little bit of lore education into my videos, so they kind of have an understanding of like, oh, like this is what this specialist unit does. This is what they would look like in the game. And then if you wanted to go look and buy the tabletop models and get into the tabletop, then you can do that too. And then you have your guy in the game that looks like your tabletop model, and vice versa. And it's really cool that way, you know? If you're thinking of playing Darktide, I would definitely recommend it. It's an interesting change of pace to play as a normal human, or at least as human as you can get. Yeah, I think so as well. And do you know if Darktide has a third-person viewing mode, or is it first-person shooter exclusively? FOV is awesome for spatial awareness, especially for stuff behind you. Yeah, exactly. I kind of wish I had a little FOV, but, you know, Saber said they're pretty limited on doing an FOV slider on consoles. Alright, guys, one more mission for the Black Cape for Vanguard. We'll just run Inferno again, because I love Inferno. Actually, oops, that's not what I wanted. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I don't know. Let's do a little switch up. I'm going to switch onto my my Deathwatch kill team, guys, because I love them so much.
For Gilliman and glory!
So we got my Ultramarine Tactical, we got my Blood Angels Assault.
For the Emperor!
My Space Wolf Vanguard kill team member. Yeah, I just feel like I can use so many more cosmetics with the Deathwatch kill team. Even weapon skins too. My Black Templar Bulwark.
No pity! No...
My Raven Guard Sniper.
Artistry is...
My Salamander Heavy. Can't wait to get that Multi-Melta skin with the new champion. And then my Iron Hands Tech Marine.
Steal your...
As a Darktide player, in missions, you are in first person. In the lobby, you're in third person. Oh, that's cool. So at least you can kind of look at the customization of your guy. By the way, what's my favorite chapter? Space Wolves are my favorite chapter. You're not a fan of the Blood Angel's voice? I'm actually kind of a fan of it. Only because, like, the lore behind the Blood Angels has them as, like, a very, like, proper, like, pristine type chapter, you know? Like, to all the other chapters that don't know, like, the dark secrets of the Blood Angels with, like, the Red Thirst and the Black Rage, they look at them as, like, a very, like, pristine, golden, angelic type of chapter. And I think that's what they tried to model with the voice. Like, they tried to make it, like, a little bit angelic, you know? Like, the Great Angel. We fight for the Great Angel. Why the Space Wolves? Oh, let me tell you. The reason I love the Space Wolves is mainly because of what is called the Months of Shame within the lore. So the Months of Shame in the lore are the months following the War for Armageddon, where the Space Wolves were tasked with fighting on Armageddon, the current war that is like the narrative for 11th edition tabletop. And they basically came in, I believe, to fight off the World Eaters, okay? Along with them, the Grey Knights arrived on Armageddon to fight the World Eaters and Angron and their demonic forces. But following the War for Armageddon, where they sent, like, Angron back to the warp, the World Eaters, like, ended up retreating. The Space Wolves were also tasked with directing and basically, like, securing the safety of all of the humans, the guardsmen, you know, the Imperial Navy, all that stuff that fought alongside them as they left Armageddon, okay? In the aftermath of that war, because the Grey Knights showed up, the Grey Knights have a very unique policy that whenever humans lay eyes on the Grey Knights, they effectively have to either mind wipe them or kill them, because not everyone is allowed to know that the Grey Knights exist as, like, their own functional chapter that only fights demons and as demon hunters. So as these transports of humans are leaving Armageddon, the Grey Knights began to fire on the transports and start to kill off these humans that had seen them in action and fought alongside them. And that pissed off the Space Wolves, especially Logan Grimnar, the chapter master. He was like, you're killing the exact humans that laid their life down to fight alongside us and against these demons just because they're not allowed to know about you. Like, you couldn't just mind wipe them after they left the planet. No, you're shooting down their transports. So that pissed off Logan Grimnar. So the Grey Knights also threatened the Space Wolves. They were like, if you don't allow us to do this, we're going to eradicate your chapter. And Logan Grimnar was like, oh, no the fuck you aren't. So there was a showdown between the Grey Knights and the Space Wolves. And what ended up happening is they came to an agreement, and then the Grey Knights rescinded on the agreement, and they continued to, like, kill off these humans. So they were continually threatening the Space Wolves. And what ended up happening was the Inquisitor that was working alongside the Grey Knights, they were like, yeah, we're gonna kill off all your Space Wolves, and we're also gonna go to Fenris and, like, nuke your homeworld. And, like, Logan Grimnar was not having that. So effectively, the most badass thing that happened was when they tried to do all this shit, there was a standoff between the Grand Master of the Grey Knights at the time and Logan Grimnar. And it is said in the lore of Warhammer 40k that Logan Grimnar was so pissed off, he is the only Space Marine to ever been seen full sprinting in Terminator armor, and he fucking lopped the head off of the Grand Master of the Grey Knights. I'm literally getting chills talking about this right now, because this is my favorite lore part of the Space Wolves. The Space Wolves are the most badass fucking chapter. They don't take no shit, right? They don't follow the Codex Astartes, you know, to a T. Some aspects of it they use, but others they do not. And the chapter master of the Space Wolves is the most badass chapter master of all chapter masters in the entire Warhammer 40k universe. To go toe-to-toe with the Grey Knights, which are supposedly some of the most powerful psychers in the entire Imperium, and demon hunters, and say, you threaten my people, you threaten my chapter, and you kill off the people that just fought alongside us in the war for Armageddon? No, you don't. Sprinting in full Terminator armor and chop the head off of the Grey Knight's Grandmaster. So fucking badass. He's the most badass chapter master. One of the most base takes you ever read about. Hell yeah. Grimnar said, let's run that fade. I want all the smoke. Hell yeah. Grey Knights are lame as hell. They should deserve all the hate. Can I please play the game now? Bro, you asked a question. I had to explain. Can't explain something that fucking based in the middle of combat. Alright, we're going to run this last mission for the Black Cape, and we're going to call it after that. Sorry, but it was long. Yeah. You got to get the whole backstory, bro. Sprinting Astartes is already scary, but full Terminator armor means business. Yeah, bro. Like, in the lore, it is unheard of a Space Marine sprinting in Terminator armor, because Terminator armor is effectively like a suit of... Like, you're basically a walking tank in Terminator armor, and that's why they don't deploy like normal Space Marines. They don't deploy out of like Thunderhawk gunships. They deploy via teleport Homer or Deep Strike behind enemy lines, so they're already in the engagement as soon as they deploy. So to go at a full sprint in Terminator armor, like, you're a fucking crazy motherfucker.
You must then infiltrate the refinery and complete demolitions deployment. Trigger detonation only when the main swarm has entered the plaza zone. Captain Akaram will coordinate our efforts over the rocks. I have been dying to carve off some seals.
Podsniffer, thank you for the follow, bro. Appreciate you, man. Oops. Don't think there's any better class than Vanguard for Space Wolves. I agree. Until we get that Wolfguard Headtaker champion.
Reloading.
I bet it's gonna come with a unique Frost Axe skin too. Oh shit. Don't think, do you have a favorite Chaos Legion? So I don't really. I do think the World Eaters are pretty fucking cool. But I also think the Black Legion is like kind of cool with like the fact that they're the remnants of like the Sons of Horus. And I'm in. Bang. Oh shit. I want this boss to come back over here. I might get jumped by a lictor. Oh, fuck. A relic. No ammo though over here. Oh my gosh.
I will not yield to death.
I'm running out of ammo though.
Assuring mission readiness.
Am I into the heresy at all? Just a little bit. 30k lore is very cool, though. So many enemies. Is he just charging non-stop? I was about to say. Oh, one ammo box, nice. Lol.
Approaching the Astra Militarum camp. It is deadly quiet. Come on. We are inside the Astra Militarum camp.
Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
Is there anything that you're hoping for the next War Gear update? Yeah. So, they said they were going to add cloaks and tabards, or sorry, robes and tabards on the next War Gear update. I'm hoping that they expand it to not only like the classes like tactical, assault. I hope they add it to like tech marine and bulwark as well, because I think bulwark, you know, with the normal robes that he has, they should allow him to use like the tabards that like tactical has, for instance. And I hope they add capes to the bulwark class as well, so we can make proper sword brethren, Black Templar sword brethren. This guy just joined at the worst possible time. Right in the middle of a fucking huge fight.
That was too easy. Arming up. Fill your packs, brothers.
Oh my god, there's so many enraged devours. So much range spam.
Stay dead, vermin. For the All-Father. Do not get turned around.
Paths are clear and codex compliant. This is where we sow the enemy's defeat, brothers.
No aid comes for you. Only a swift death. A relic awaits.
Fuck. Need that headshot. Hit his arm. Alright, here we go. Where's our... Oh, he's taking out someone else. Our attack's all the way over here. Could have used that Auspex.
How close are you to the Promethean facility?
Breaching the facility now.
You are making good time. We are going to need it.
Subterranean detonation in the Promethean. Bad move. Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Promethean well. Cautiously, if you know what is good for you.
Stevens, take some.
All according to the Emperor's plan. Rites of activation have been observed. The generators humbling the machine god's name. Crane sequencing initialized. Delivering payload.
Run interference for generator 4. Hurry it up!
Shoot the spore mines? Oh, nope. Okay. Or the TAC runs right by all the spore mines going in.
These derelics are a welcome sight. Into the fray.
Overwatch needed on Generator 1.
My axis aligned. Overcrowding alerted generator 1. Unauthorized personnel. Observe your duties.
Signal piece of sight. Swapping out magazine. This is our killing ground, brothers. Keep up.
Demolition deployment sequence completed. No errors logged under the Omniscience Watchful Oculus.
That's it. It's done. Now let us watch the Xenos burn. There is an observation platform overlooking the crude Promethean fields. It will make a good vantage for your
How often do I stream? Whenever really I have time to. I'm trying to stream more often as possible. But like I'm gonna do tonight's stream and then I'll probably stream tomorrow as well. Saturday I'm a bit busy and then hopefully stream again on Sunday. Oh no, sorry, Friday I'm a bit busy. Hopefully stream Saturday and Sunday.
Spore mines incoming.
Deep scan there. Magazine. Throwing frag grenade.
to Nozik's facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can.
We will wreak such havoc upon the enemy, the Emperor will see it from Terra.
I will hold you to that.
Are we sure this place will hold together once that bomb goes?
There will be more burn than bomb this one.
Getting broiled is not an improvement.
For the Emperor!
Specs cannot even compute their numbers.
All specs ready to scan. Supply drop.
Good to go.
Main swarm sighted. We await your signal, Captain.
Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done.
I see them coming, brothers.
Plenty for everyone.
You are clear to ignite when ready.
Man, you wretched beast!
That didn't really help.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding. Magazine out! Magazine in!
Who wants to set the next fire trap?
Xenos devourer! Smells like fresh munitions. All pulp, no brains. Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
I knew they'd be coming from behind us.
Arming up. There Tyranids seeking their deaths.
I have the Prometheum ready.
Let the foul creatures burn. The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark. You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards. I am going to enjoy watching these Tyranids ride in the flames.
We have laid waste to you. A fine victory.
Tyranid bioscience down 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed.
Excellent work. Move to extract.
Thunderhawk arriving at evac point. Ramp down and ready. I do not die to our own trap.
Oh, the God Emperor! For the Emperor!
Extraction complete. Returning.
Guys, we got it. We got the black cape. That's huge. Hey, thank you, Meister Inc. Congrats on the 50 cape. First one down. And some of the other classes are a little bit easier to do, like the custom hard strat grind for like the 50. But I honestly like playing operations fully sometimes for them. Like, for instance, like sniper is probably going to be like, I'm just going to play regular operations, because on the custom hard strats grind, you change all the damage to like body shot damage, and all of sniper's weapons are like headshot damage dependent. But like heavy tack, assault, and probably bulwark with power fist are much easier to get all 50 done with like the custom hard strats. Alright, let's take a look at this thing. Bang. Complete 50 operations as Vanguard. Bang! We got it. Granted, it doesn't really work with like Space Wolves, but like we'll let it slide this time, you know. Ooh! Look at that, flowing in the wind. Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm fucking bricked up. Look at these details. All right. All right, boys. That's going to be it for the stream tonight. Thank you so much for everyone for stopping in. I appreciate you all. Next stream soon, for sure. Patch 14 PTS. Who knows when it's coming out? Hopefully soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped later today or early in the morning today. So, yeah. Hopefully, if you're on PC and you get access to the PTS and Steam, have fun with that. I'll definitely be keeping up. But, yeah, GG's, boys. And until next time, I'll see y'all then. Peace.